So I also decided to jump on the whole make your own Peloton bike thing at home. This is the main piece that goes to that. And then also I have my TV over here on the wall. So let's try this little Peloton thing at home. I got one of those Chromecast things with Google TV, and I got my TV turned on. So now it's time to actually go onto YouTube, find myself something, and I'm just doing a little bit of quick pedaling right here. All right, let's do a little searching here. Click on your little Google Assistant voice here and see what happens. Home cycling video.
Here you go.
Let's see, indoor cycling videos. Let's see what we got here. 30-minute fat burning indoor cycling workout. Ah, now we're going. There you go, put my remote down. Turn up some of this resistance and watch as I ride. Well, there it is. Bike is in the box. It's in the garage because they delivered it today and it was raining. And the box is pretty wet. So this is a Joroto X2. It had pretty good reviews on it. So a little bit of a damage to the box right here. So hopefully not too bad. We'll see when we get it unboxed what it looks like. Mostly unscathed. Just a little bit of damage here as well. So I'm going to take most of the pieces of it out and then take it down piece by piece so that way I don't get too much dirt and water and stuff in the house on the way down there. We got some handlebars, a seat, a couple of pieces. Alright, so I'll take these pieces down and then I'll come back up and grab the bike and take it down itself. Looks like it's mostly assembled. This piece is pretty heavy. The box actually said it was 49 kilograms, so it's over 100 pounds for everything. I'm gonna take all these pieces one by one downstairs and then I'll start putting it together. You can see that all the pieces were shipped, wrapped in plastic individually, and then all those individual pieces were then taped to the foam. So overall, I felt like the packaging was pretty well done, and the bike was actually protected. No scratches or any kind of damage like that to the frame of the bike. But there was actually one major issue with the bike that you'll find out here in a little bit. They actually put reflectors on this. Do they expect me to ride this thing out on the street? I don't understand that. Alright, so let's take a quick look through all the pieces that it comes with. Obviously you get the bike. This comes pre-assembled. This is actually how it looks coming out of the box. This actually arrived pretty intact. Didn't look like there was any real damage to it. There's a couple of scuff marks here, but that's nothing. That's just superficial, nothing really major. The finish looks pretty good. The black powder coating was pretty nice. So you get a nice seat. Looks pretty good. It's nice, got a nice cushion. It's really broad. One of the reviews I read on here was this is one of the bigger seats on some of these home cycling bikes. So if you got an ample derriere, maybe this is the bike you want. But you got the back bar that goes underneath of here. These have little feet that twist for micro adjustments for your floor, make sure everything's nice and level. Then you got a seat bar, which is nice. It's a pretty heavy duty piece of metal, it feels like. Everything, all the welds and everything look pretty good. but it's got, looks like 9 different levels of adjustability. Actually, it's 10 different levels of adjustability. And that goes into the seat post here. This guy sits on top so that you can actually slide the seat back and forth on it. So you've got 4-way, this actually has 4-way adjustability, so the seat goes up and down, back and forth, and the handlebars go up and down, back and forth. So this is the handlebar. This one allows for micro adjustability, so you can actually tighten it up and down without having to put the pin in. So that's kind of nice. It also has a slider so that you can actually move the handlebars back and forth. This is the front bar, has wheels, so you can actually slide it around when you get it moved. It also has these little micro adjusters for leveling. Last pieces are the little controller, or the little computer, which is pretty worthless. And then you have the handlebar set, 2 bottle cages, which is kind of nice. You don't have to reach down anywhere, it's just right in front of you. And then these pedals, which quite frankly look pretty crappy, but I don't know, it's just a pedal. What do you really need, I guess? So I paid about $450 for this bike, which is a pretty decent price. They've actually seen them on sale for cheaper. I think all the way down as low as $400. But I didn't want to wait anymore, so I just went ahead and paid what the price was. I ordered off of Amazon. I'll include a link down below in the description. And this bike was delivered to me in 2 days. 2 days. That's awesome. I think the Peloton bike is like 6 or 8 weeks out, so if you need something quickly or if you want to get started quickly on pedaling in your own basement, this is definitely an option to consider. So assembling the bike, you put the 2 crossbars on, first with the rear and then move over here to the front. It's just 4 bolts that hold the whole thing together, and it's actually really structurally very sound. You have the feet adjusters to help you level it, so once you get those on, it's nice and straight. Moving on to the seat, then I actually get the adjustable seat put in. It's a 2-way adjustable seat. And then you actually have the front handlebars go on, which are also 2-way adjustable, up and down and forward and back. It really gives you the ability to dial in fit for yourself. Then I'm putting on the computer here, which honestly this is a computer that really doesn't have a whole lot of value, other than the fact you can kind of see how long you've been on the bike and maybe the speed. Then you move on to actually assembling the seat and then putting on the pedals. The pedals are a little bit tricky because one of them is reverse threaded, so just pay attention to what you're doing as you're putting it on, and then you're ready to go. Nice. So there you have it. Bike's all put together. Now I need to adjust everything. Fuck. What's going on with this thing? Well, I started pedaling for a second and then all of a sudden it locked up like it didn't want to keep going. Huh. Take a look here. This belt is off a couple of teeth and it's grinding to a halt up against this. So that sucks. Look at there, you can see it better there. So now I got to take this belt and figure out how to loosen the tension off of it and move it over a couple of ribs so that it'll actually spin. That sucks. Dude, we're not off to a good start with this thing. I can fix it, but I'm already a little bit irritated with this. Alright, let me get to work, get the adjustment. Alright, let me show you what I got here. Looks like this bolt right here, now there's a corresponding bolt on the other side, holds this axle in place to slide back and forth. So I'm going to loosen this up so I can take the tension off the belt and then get this belt actually, you know, loosened enough so I can get this onto the right rib here. So that's what I'm going to do right now. All right, it's an 18 millimeter. Okay, so that's fine. All right, at least now I got the belt on the right rib here, so that's on properly. So at least now I got the belt on right. So now I gotta push this thing forward. Man, I'm telling you, I wanna like this thing, but I'm already not super pleased with it. Because as you can see, that's got to go forward. I might need an extra set of hands to do this. All right, I'll come back in a minute. All right, I got it all fixed. So this belt was a couple of ribs off and it was getting hung up on this. So I don't know if it was done, if they just manufactured it bad, or during the shipping process, maybe this thing got bumped and pushed it over. But anyway, what I had to do was loosen this nut and then loosen this bolt and actually undo them completely and then slide this axle back to put enough slack on here to push this over, or to pull it back on in track. Then I had to push the wheel like this while I had my wife actually thread this thing back in. And then basically tighten everything back down after that. So we're good to go. I just jumped on here now. I'll show you. I'll jump on here so you can see that I got it fixed. And actually, it works properly now. All right, so you can see that this thing is actually on track and it is not coming off. So I can put the cover back on and call it good. Well, that was an adventure. That's pretty good. It's very quiet. At least now that the belt is on correctly. I need to get the seat adjusted a little bit better. But anyway, let's crank this down. Start putting some additional tension on it. I read that this had pretty good max max tension. That's pretty good right there. Keep going. It's definitely got some good. Ooh, yeah, that's really hard. Keep going. Oh, that's got some good resistance for sure. Oh, can you go any further? Yep, you can. Well, that's max there. Okay, you're definitely getting out of the saddle for this part. Nope, you can go further. All right, that's as far as you can go. But that's definitely pretty tough. All right, let's ease it up again. I gave it a quick workout. It's pretty nice. I got a good sweat going. Other than that first initial mishap with the belt being kind of misaligned, the bike's actually pretty great. I feel like If the belt had been already on properly like it was supposed to be, I probably would have had the whole thing together in about 15 minutes, but since I had the issue with the belt, it probably took me about an hour to put the whole thing together and get it all adjusted properly so that it would work. I utilized the TV and put a little YouTube video on, and I tried to match the cadence with the guy's video. It had kind of uphill and downhill and showed the speed that they were going, so what I was trying to do was match. I was trying to dial in the amount of resistance if he was going uphill, and then dial it back down a little bit if he was going downhill. And anyway, about 30-minute worth of working out. Got a good sweat going, so that's good. I mean, that's the whole point of this thing, is to get a little bit of a workout in. But so anyway, if you're interested in looking at doing one of these things where you want kind of the Peloton workout without having to actually have the Peloton cost, consider buying one of these Joroto X2 bikes. I'll see you in the next one.